Awesome. So a lot of new users, that's perfect. And even if you've been using Canva forever, one of the things that I love most about Canva is that they are constantly making updates and adding new features. So there's always something new to learn. I know that there were a couple of changes that happened even this week that I haven't even had a chance to check out yet. So again, there's always something new to learn. So we're going to look at what is Canva education, what can you do in Canva. We're going to do a little walkthrough of Canva's homepage, talk about some of the editing features, and then we're going to do a little bit of hands-on learning. If you have any questions throughout, just let me know. You can unmute or you can pop it in the chat, and I will try to answer all of your questions today. But first, what is Canva Education? It is an all-in-one visual communication platform. It was launched in 2019, and there are over 90 million students and teachers using Canva monthly. 1.5 billion designs created by our educator community. It's used in 190 countries, 700,000 schools and 15,000 school districts, and it is 100% free for K-12 schools and systems. In Canva, you can design anything that you can think of, from whiteboards to presentations. We have docs, video, websites, Canva sheets. So anything that you can imagine, you can pretty much create in Canva. And Canva Education is free because we believe education is a human right. Canva Education empowers everyone to create, collaborate, and communicate in the classroom and beyond. And the skills that students learn transcend the K-12 landscape. So they will be able to use these skills throughout their school career and on into their lifelong learning. So some of the things that we can do in Canva, we can create teacher resources, we can create student activities, and we can let students create their own activities, especially if we want to see what they've learned. There are a ton of teaching resources that are already created for you and are free for you to use. There are presentations, flashcards, polls and quizzes, lessons, tutorials. If you can think of it, then you can probably find a template for it in Canva. And I'm going to show you where to look to find all of those. There are classroom collaboration resources, ways for students to do group work, create graphic organizers, ways for you to be able to collaborate with your peers. If you have a teaching team that you like to work with, then Canva offers ways for you to be able to collaborate with each other as well. And again, ways to capture student learning. So students can create videos, they can create infographics, journals, portfolios, posters, and you can even use the polls and quizzes to assess what they have learned. And there's so much more that you can create with Canva. It is hard to even imagine everything that you can do. With Canva, you can supercharge your educational content. There are 150 plus ready-to-teach lessons that are already created for you. They usually have several parts to them, activities, and resources that you can use. And Canva even has some AI and magic that you can use to help you out. There are accessibility features embedded within Canva where you can create alt text for images. You can create translations of information. You can check accessibility as far as typography or color contrast, and you can even create captions for your videos. There are different ways that you can collaborate within Canva, and I will show you some of those as well. You can use comments, you can use reactions, and you can even share together at the same time and work on the same project together and have some real-time collaboration. And then one of the newest features is Canva Code. Canva has an all-in-one visual suite, so whenever you open up a design in Canva, you are able to create everything that you want to create all in that one design without having to open up a brand new design if you want a different design type. So if you're creating a presentation, but you want to add in a Canva sheet for data, then you can put that within your presentation, and you don't have to create that in a whole separate design. All right. I hope that you are able to log into Canva today so that you can walk through with me. I will go back and forth between the presentation and just going through some showing you where things are in Canva. If you have questions, again, please stop me and let me know. And if you can hear the lawnmower outside of my window, I apologize. Okay, so right now you should be able to see my Canva homepage. From your Canva homepage, this is where you can get to anywhere you need to go within Canva. Over on the left-hand side, you will see that there is a circle down in the bottom left-hand corner, and this is your account. So if you click on this circle, this is where you're going to go to make sure that you're in the correct account and in the correct team. So right now I'm logged into my account, and this is my team. Your team should be your school. If for some reason you ever can't find some of your designs, or if you don't see any of the education features, then you may be in the wrong account. So this is a good place to start to make sure you are in the right place. Within your account settings, this is where you can also change your theme. So if you would like the dark theme, you can change it here. And you don't have to worry about pricing because, again, Canva Education is free for you. Also, over on the left-hand side, you are going to see this big purple circle with a plus sign. This is where you can go to start any new design. One of the things that I like most about Canva also is that there are usually 2 or 3 different ways to do the same thing. So if you learn how to open designs one way and somebody else does it another, then there's probably even one more that someone else knows how to do. So if you forget how to do something, then usually there's another way that you can get to it. Another thing that I like is that your most common next step is usually the big purple button, and you will see that as we go through some of these examples. So from your homepage, you can create any type of design. So I'm going to click on this plus sign, and it opens up our design menu. So you can create education designs, sheets, docs, whiteboards, presentations, social media. You can edit photos. You can create videos. Print products are products that you want Canva to print for you. You do have to pay for those products if you get Canva to professionally print for you and send it to you, but that is an option. So if you're making really nice certificates or that sort of thing, then you may want to look into that option. You can create websites, and you can also just create custom size designs. This is where I would start a lot of my time and just create 8.5 by 11-inch worksheet designs. I would just start with a custom size from there. You can also upload files that you already have and designs that you already have. So if you have docs or PowerPoint presentations, you can upload those into Canva and edit them from there. If you click on more, you will see that there are your most popular templates, some common layouts and sizes, and I'm going to click out. You can do the exact same thing as far as starting a brand new design from your homepage by clicking on any of the icons that are across the center as well. The next step down is classwork. So under your classwork, this is where you will see your assignments that you have sent to students. It's also where you will see the assignments that students have submitted back to you. You can review those, and they will be in different tabs over on the left-hand side. So if you have assignments that need to be reviewed, they would be in to review. And once you've reviewed them, they would be moved to your reviewed section. Your classes should be synced for you. So you should have your classes created for you already with your rosters there, and each of your students would have their own Canva account. The next tab down is projects. So from your Canva homepage, let me go back one step. From your Canva homepage, you will notice that there are recent designs. These will have everything that you have opened recently. So the best way to keep everything organized is to use your projects tab. So I'm going to click on projects. And from here, I can create folders. And I would highly suggest that you start by creating folders and staying organized from the beginning, because it gets really difficult to find that one thing that you're looking for that you created 3 years ago, and it's 5,000 designs down, and you scroll forever. So my suggestion is to go ahead and create folders that make sense to you and your organization, and to make sure whenever you create new designs that you also name them something that you can remember, or at least put a keyword in there that you will search for later, and it will help you to find what you're looking for. So from your projects, you can go to Add New. So if I click on Add New, this is where I can add new folders, and I can name them whatever I want to name them. If you want to do it by class or by subject or by concept, then you can organize your files however you would like. Under Add New, you can also start new lessons from here. You can start a new design from here. You can also upload files. You can even upload entire folders of files. and you can import from external sources like Google Drive or OneDrive. Let me pause here for 1 second and see if you have any questions before I continue moving on.
I have one. This is my last year of teaching. I'm retiring at the end of this year, and I'm going to be doing homeschooling. But will I have to pay for Canva then?
You can have a free Canva account. There is a free account that anybody can get. As a homeschooler, I homeschooled my students, my daughter, and it doesn't count as an educator account anymore unless you are part of an organization. That was my understanding of it. But you can still have a free Canva account and do pretty much everything that you need to do anyway.
So the stuff that I've done here on my Canva account in Johnson County, would I be able to transfer that to the free account?
I am not the one to answer that question because technically what you do within your education account belongs to your district. So I'm not going to say whether or not you can take those designs with you, but just keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly, excuse me, email Dave Heinrichs and ask him that question. He might have the answer to that.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? All right. Again, if you have questions, please stop me and let me know. I'm going to go back to my presentation for just a minute to make sure that I haven't forgotten to show you something before I continue moving through the home page. So we looked at how to log in. We saw our home page. I'm about to show you templates and the rest of the tabs over on the left-hand side. So let's look at that together. Okay, so I always like to start from my home page so that you know how I got to where I went. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to go down to templates. So I'm going to click on templates. And from here, you can search for anything that you can imagine. So you can use the search bar and like I said, I was a science teacher, so I usually use science examples because that's what always pops in my mind. So at the beginning of the school year, you may be doing scientific method or learning about cells. So I'm just going to look for scientific method. And when I do, it's going to come up with, it says 10,000 templates, but 10,000 is the biggest number that it's going to show you. You could scroll all day and probably never reach the bottom of all of these templates that it is offering to you. Usually the ones that are most related to your search term are going to be at the top of your results. And if you wanted to narrow it down so that you are only seeing presentations or a different type of design, then you can use the filters. So I'm going to go to filters and I'm just going to click on presentations. And again, my next step is going to be the big purple button. I'm going to click on apply. And now I have over 5,000 templates to choose from. Just scrolling through the first section of them, you will notice that scientific method is in most of the titles of these first 5 rows. So there are a ton that are directly related to that search term. I'm going to show you how to use a template in just a minute, but first I want to go ahead and show you the last few tabs over on the left-hand side. So the next one is brand. Your brand kit is going to be things that your district controls. These are usually places where your district can put your district colors or school colors or district logos and those sorts of things. You can't add anything to a brand kit. Only the people who are in charge at your district can change anything in the brand kit. The next one is Canva AI, and we will come back to Canva AI hopefully before we get done so that you can see some of the awesome things that you can create with Canva. One of the newest features is student activities using Canva AI, and it's really fun to play with. Hopefully you'll have time to do that. Design for me, create an image, draft a doc, code for me, and even create a video. The next one down is apps. And under apps, you can find so many different things to help you create whatever it is that you can think of. There are apps in here that you may not have even imagined before, like the Activities Maker. This one is a newer app that was added, I think, over the summer. And you can create crossword puzzles, mazes, word searches, and make sure that and make them customized for your class and your students. A lot of the apps are third-party apps, so it may ask you to go to a different website and sign up for an account. It may limit how many times you can use it. Just keep that in mind when you're looking at the apps, that not all of them are created by Canva. There are some Canva apps in there, and they are free for you to use. And excuse me, I will show you how to tell the difference of those. Okay. Questions. Hopefully we are good and you are still hanging with me. All right. I'm going to go back. So from my home page, I'm going to click on templates. So you can find templates here. You can also search from your home page and click on templates here in the top. You can search here. I like to do the one over on the left because it gives me that option to filter. So again, I'm going to click my recent search, which was the scientific method. And again, I'm going to show you, you can go to filters. You could do worksheets, whiteboards, presentations. I'm going to go to presentation again and click apply. Now from here, I can choose any of these templates to open. I'm going to choose this scientific method one right here. When you click on it, it's going to open up in a new pop out, and your next most common step is going to be that big purple button, and it says to customize this template. You can look at a preview of all of the slides that are in this template before you even click on customize to make sure this is the one that you want to use. And it also goes ahead and gives you some other suggestions underneath as well. So I'm just going to click on customize this template. And it's going to open up that template in a brand new tab for me. And from here, I can change anything that I would like to about this presentation. So what I want to do right now is put a couple of minutes on our timer, and I would like for you to go to the homepage, to templates, and search for something that will be helpful for you in the next couple of weeks, maybe a lesson that you have coming up or a topic you have coming up, and find a template that you could use, and then you're going to practice with that one. So I'm going to click on my handy dandy timer, and I'm going to put 2 minutes on our timer, and you'll have 2 minutes to go to your homepage, to templates over on the left-hand side, search for something that will be helpful for you, and then open that template. If you have questions while you're working, please let me know. So my timer, I can also add music. Don't know if you'll be able to hear it. All right, so our 2 minutes are up. Hopefully you were able to find a template that you can practice with. And before I show you how to start editing, I'm going to go back to my presentation again to make sure that I'm not forgetting to tell you some things. So we talked about how to organize your projects and create folders, and how to import existing resources. Again, your classes will be synced for you, and they will be under your classes in your homepage. You'll be able to share your designs with your students. I'll show you how to share. And you can share your assignments from your classwork tab in your homepage, and you can also share classwork to your students through your LMS. Okay, you found a template, hopefully. So now we're going to look at how you can edit any of your Canva designs. So I'm going to go back to my template. And from here, we're going to go over how to do some editing. Anytime that you scroll or hover over any element on your design, a little purple box will appear around it. This tells you that these are separate elements. The colors will show up in this top toolbar, and you can change those. This is a little graphic. You can grab it and move it around. The box will have the circle handles in the corners. You can drag and push and pull those to adjust the size. In the top on the left, there is the handy dandy undo button in case you did something that you didn't mean to. You can always go back. The box in the center is a text box. And the text box, you can change the fonts by clicking in the top toolbar. There are hundreds of fonts to choose from. If you notice that something has a crown beside it, that is because it is a Canva Pro feature. But because you have an educator's account, you get to use all the Pro features for free. A lot of students, so I know some teachers will make this mistake too if they're brand new to using Canva. Whenever you have a text box that already has text in it, a lot of students will click on it and then just click delete to try to change the text. But when you do that, it deletes the entire text box. So I'm going to click on undo. And if I want to change the words on the inside, I will click within that text box to make sure that I am not deleting the entire thing. So you can put whatever text you want in there. You can change the size of the font, the color, and there are a whole bunch of other effects that you can play with as well. Over on the left-hand side, you will see design. Anytime you open up a new Canva design, the design tab will open and it will suggest templates for you. Usually these are going to be based on the last thing that you searched for. So if you notice, I have all of those scientific method presentation templates that are here for me to choose from. The next tab down is your elements. Elements is where you're going to go to add in any of your graphics or photos, videos. There's so many things that you can search for here. So I'm going to click in my search bar and I'm just going to look for science equipment. So I can choose graphics, and there are millions of graphics and photos and videos. Photos, videos even, that you can add to your designs. The way that you add a new element is just to either click on it and it will be placed in your design, or you can click and drag it, and then that way you can place it wherever you want it. The next tab down is your text. So under text, this is where you can go to add a brand new text box. You can also use Magic Write. So this is one of Canva's AI features. If you scroll down, you will notice that there are some font combinations already here for you. So if you want something a little more visually appealing, then there are some options for you that are already created. All you have to do is click on it and it will put that text on your design. And then again, you can go in and change whatever it says and change the color and that sort of thing. The next step down is brand. Again, you don't have any control over your brand kit. So I'm going to go down to uploads. Under uploads, this is where you can upload files that you already have. So you can click on upload files to upload from your computer. If you click on the 3 dots, then it gives you the option to upload from other sources. And you can upload photos, videos, graphics, audio. The next one down is tools. Under tools, this is where you can use the drawing tool. So we have marker, pen, highlighter. If you choose any of these, then you can draw on your design. The next one down is projects. So under projects, you can open a design that you created maybe at a different time, and you can add parts of that design to your brand new design. So if you already had a presentation created and there was one slide on there that you want to add into your new presentation, you can open it here, and then you can just click on any of those slides to add it to your new presentation. And then we have the apps. Again, this is the same thing that we saw at the Canva homepage. So I'm going to show you a couple more things. If you want to add a new slide within a presentation, you would hover in between 2 slides, and then you can click on the plus sign to add a new page. If you want to add a completely different design type, you can scroll all the way to the end of your presentation and click on the little arrow, and then you can choose which design type you want to add there. So I could add a Canvas sheet here, or whatever I want to add. In order to share your presentation, so if I wanted to share this presentation, I could go to present in the top right, and I can present from here and just click through all of my slides. So if I'm doing this in real time, then I can do it that way. I can also share it. So if I click on share, I can create a public view link. And when I create that public view link, I can copy that, and then I can send that out to students or to parents, and they can look at this presentation just by clicking on the link. They don't have to have a Canva account or be logged in. And they wouldn't be able to change anything. They would just be able to look at your presentation. So it's a really good way to, if you want to create newsletters and that sort of thing, using that public view link comes in handy. If this were an activity you wanted to give to your students, you could assign from here. So the top right-hand corner, you can click on assign, and you can share through Canva. And because your classes are already synced, you can start typing in your class and it will auto-populate here. I don't have any classes, so I don't have that for you, but I can type on someone who's on my team, and then I could send this to them as long as they are on the same team as me. When you assign something to students on their homepage, let me go back to home. On their homepage under the bell, this is the notification, so they'll get a notification there that they have a new assignment. When they submit that assignment back to you, you will get a notification on your bell that they have submitted something to you. Okay, I know that we are out of time. Do y'all end at 12:50? I want to make sure I'm staying on time.
Yes. The session ends at 12:50.
Okay, thank you. All right, so the time is up, and I apologize that we got started a couple minutes later. Let me share this presentation with you. So the presentation that I was showing you, I'm going to create a public view link, and I'm going to put that in the chat. And if you want to go back and look at the rest of the presentation or go back over some of the things that I went over, then you will have the opportunity to do that. So I appreciate it. And please let me know if you have questions before you go. And if you're joining me in the next session, then I will see you in a few minutes.
Do you have the kick-up code that we have to show that we went to this training?
I do not. Is that in the let me see.
You're supposed to have a QR code that we can access.
Let me see. The kick up registration link. Is that what we're looking for?
Probably.
Okay.
No, it won't be. That's registration to sign up for the class. Try this one and see if that works.
Yeah. Then I don't have another link to anything.
Let me find the right QR code. Hold on one second. This was the 12 p.m.
I'm sorry, I don't have that for you.
Unlocking creativity with Canva.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. That code worked. Okay.
Where do you
Thank
have
you.
to access? Like I made it something that I want to print. How do I can't find the print thing.
Let me see if I can show you real quick.
I had a question along those lines. Like if I made a poster to print, do I have the option of printing it like on multiple papers so I can put them together to make it into a big poster?
That would be something in your printer settings, but yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I wanted to print this, I would go to share and then I would click on download. There isn't an option to print straight from Canva. You have to download it first and then print. I say that, but you see print with Canva, again, that's the one that you pay for them to professionally print and ship to you. So I would go to download and save it as either an image or a PDF. And you can choose which pages you want to save and then just click download. And then you can print it from your computer. Hopefully that helped.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Uh-huh. Any other questions? All right.